Hone up on your math skills for preparing for battle. This is our preview of Kingdom Battle.
Kingdom Battle is a fantasy battle game geared towards kids of all ages, and I'm a big fan of gamifying learning.
It's a good introductory game for kids, and I think it accomplishes its goal of teaching simple math. We'll tell you all about it after this quick how to play.
There are two types of cards in the game: character cards and action cards.
On each player's turn, they will battle the player to their left, and each player will play cards from their hand.
Action cards will give players special bonuses or advantages during their battles.
Each character card player will give the player either an attacker score or a defender score.
If multiple character cards are played, players will add up the character cards and then add more or multiply depending on their action cards.
The player with the higher character score wins the battle and collects all the character cards for their kingdom.
The game ends once all the character cards have been played, and the player with the most character cards in their kingdom wins. We were sent a copy of Kingdom Battle by Mind Inventions so that we could do this review.
If you'd like to find out more information or back this game on Kickstarter, check out the link in our description below.
Before you go off learning calculus, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and help our channel multiply and reach.
This game accomplishes a lot. First and foremost, it's fun. I think it's good for players of all ages. There are 3 different skill levels for the game. You have easy, medium, and hard, and they're represented on the cards with green, yellow, and red. So if you're playing the easy game, you use the green scores, etc. And then the second thing that it does, it helps teach kids simple math. So when you add up your defender or your attacker score, you're going to add up the numbers on it to get the total. Then as you're playing, you can also play action cards, which could increase the score or multiply the score. And then at the end of the game, the winner is the one who has the most, so you have to add up to how many cards you have. So simple addition, simple multiplication, it's good for kids. So starts at age 5 is what the box says, goes to age 100. I'm sure it can go even older than that if you want to play with your 110-year-old great-great-grandmother or something like that. 5-year-old kids can learn it, they can play the easy one, they can learn some addition, they can learn some multiplication, and they'll have fun and start getting into the battling game genre as a whole.
The box art really caught my eye because I'm a big fan of like fantasy, like orcs and dwarves and elves and yada yada. So this being a battle game, it did pique my interest in the very beginning. And then you see the artwork on the cards and I'm like, okay, this is cool, this is cool. And then you look at some of the other cards, right? Like I think this one is a crazy, creepy clown called Quasies. I don't know. Yeah, it's interesting. Maybe it's not that like fantasy because I don't think there were many clowns, but
Could be.
Yeah, you're right. There's always a circus or something in a fantasy world or whatever. I just like it's a hodgepodge, it's a mix. There's really no like set, like this is all it is. It can only be orcs and dwarves and that's it.
This game really doesn't take that long to play. Another good thing, I think, for children of a younger age, they'll be able to play it multiple times and learn that much quicker. So you can play cards on your turn by matching colors of the cards, by matching numbers of the cards, or by having sequences of numbers of the cards. So there's a lot of ways that you can end up playing lots of cards, and then this is the whole deck. So once you go through all the characters, and every character has been played, then the game ends. So it doesn't take that long to play. So I really enjoy that aspect of it.
One thing that I liked in the mechanics-wise is the 2-deck system. So you either have character cards or action cards. And I didn't really know like what types of action cards to expect. I just assumed like, okay, there's probably like an add 10, add 20, or times it by 2. But there were some like extra strong ones in here where I was like, if I would have known that, I would have gone for that more. Because at the end of your turn, once you've done all your battles, you can say, okay, I think I'll get 2 character cards, or I think I'll do 2 action cards in order to replenish. So having that choice was kind of cool because it let you decide like, okay, I decide what my next hand is going to be.
Another mechanic of this game that I think is good for kids, but probably could be adjusted for an older gaming crowd, is that you always battle the player to the left. So when it's kids, you don't have that, I'm always gonna attack you and this kid's gonna get left out or this kid's gonna get picked on or anything like that. You're always picking the player to the left. Now there is an action card where you can attack the player of your choice. It's called a deathmatch card, and that's kind of a specialty thing. So you play that before, and then you can choose your attacking, but these are limited in the game. And there are chicken escape cards where that player can get out of it. They don't have to do the deathmatch. So for the most part, you're always going to the left. Now with kids, I think that's good, but when it's in adults, I think you may want to adjust that so that you can, depending on how big your table size is, you can always go after someone who you want to.
Going back to the character art on the cards, these look like they can be main characters in their own story. So I wouldn't be surprised if maybe Mind Inventions comes out with a more advanced game or adult game, kind of like you were saying, where, I could follow some of their stories, like Quasies, the clown, who knows? Overall, I'm a big fan of games that promote learning. You know, at the top I said how we can gamify learning. That's really cool, and I love how games can do that. More so if they could do it subtly. This one seems like an obvious, like, learn math. However, it's still fun. I mean, honestly, probably something I would teach my kids if they were into the whole fantasy, like these characters and battling and stuff. So, yeah.
Overall, I think the creators hit their target market. I think they accomplished their goal. I think kids will really enjoy this game, and it's a good introduction to get them into battling games and fantasy games and board gaming in general. And it also teaches simple math. Here's how to add, here's how to multiply, here's how to add how many you have and compare it to somebody else's number, which numbers are bigger. But it does what they set out to do, and I'm always a big fan of when people accomplish their goals. And I think this does a great job of that. And that was our preview of Kingdom Battle.
What'd you think? Are you ready to get crazy with it? Let us know in the comments below.
And if you're enjoying our content, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. And if you'd like to find out more information or back this game on Kickstarter, check out the link in our description below.
Until next time, I'm Lee.
And I'm Kenny. I go party like a board gamer.